On the 25th of February, India's immediate neighbor, Pakistan, will get a new Prime Minister. In fact, a former Prime Minister who's actually going to return to this position, Shehbazsharif, younger brother of another former Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif, is going to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and his party, PMLN, Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, will be in partnership with PPP, the Pakistan People's Party, led by Bilawalbhutto. Asifalizardari, former president of Pakistan, again will return to that position as well. A lot of water has flown under the bridge. A lot of developments have taken place finally for this sort of a position to consolidate. But will it be fragile or will it be stable? That is important, especially for India as its immediate neighbor. Let's talk about all the details coming to us on this big news. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Thanks for tuning in. Do let us know whether you feel that this is an important topic for you to understand, especially since India stands to gain or lose depending on whether Pakistan takes a strong policy on counter-terrorism. Well, there are three aspects of this government formation which is relevant to us. First, whether this particular election was indeed a free and fair process and whether this mandate was given by the people of Pakistan. Now, many in Pakistan believe that this is not the mandate. This has subverted the actual election results. So what was the actual election results? 133 was the magic figure which was required for any party to form the government. None of the parties got this number. In fact, PML won 79 seats. PPP came third with 54 seats. The party, or rather the candidates that won the highest number of seats, are those aligned to Imrankhan. They claim to have won over 90 seats, and they are claiming that actually it was an overwhelming mandate in their favor, in the favor of Imrankhan. However, the elections were rigged, and therefore this particular government formation is actually going to lead to a people's uprising. They will not accept the fact that PMLN and PPP, who were not given the maximum number of votes, have decided to join hands and form the government in a coalition, and Imran Khan has been deliberately kept out. In the meanwhile, of course, a lot of candidates have moved parties, have moved sides, so quite a lot of political maneuvering has happened all along since the elections took place on the 8th of February. But what is important here is that in this scenario, Imran Khan is clearly kept out. His supporters are kept out. He's facing huge charges, mostly to do with corruption. And under the circumstances, this seems to be the best step forward. PMLN and PPP coming together with the support of also Muttahida Qawmi Movement, the MQM, that won 17 seats. They are also willing to support this coalition. The stability of the government is a big question mark here, because many experts believe that Bilawalbhutto, the leader of PPP, is not going to be an easy person to deal with. He will demand his pound of flesh. So there are going to be issues going forward. Bilawalbhutto and the supporters of PPP believes that he's the prime minister in the making, and they have also made it a very conditional sort of a support to the PMLN, saying that we will decide on issues on as and when they come. So it's not some sort of an unconditional support to Shehbazsharif. So that could create hurdles for the government. The other important aspect in this whole thing is the military dominance. It's very clear that Shehbazsharif has the support of the Pakistan military, and therefore this government is being foisted with the support of the Pak military. Will that be of significance to India? We will come to that in a bit. But yes, the most important thing right now is to understand that people of Pakistan may not actually be happy with this government formation. Will that lead to more unrest and instability? Remains to be seen. So primarily there are four things that stand as immediate challenge to the newly formed Pakistan government. The first is, of course, Imran Khan and his supporters. Will they be restive? Will they continue to disrupt peace and stability? And if that is the case, handling the PTI, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, which is now a disbanded party. In fact, they were not allowed to contest elections as well. Therefore, the supporters of Imran Khan contested as independents. How will they take this, and what kind of disruption will they create which will be the first challenge for the newly formed government to deal with. The second, of course, being the socio-economic conditions of Pakistan. The financial situation is such that a lot of fiscal tightening conditions will be required under a new IMF program, because the existing one expires in March. So the next step, of course, is to renew that process and to tighten the fiscal conditions. The third important thing is there are potential differences between PMLN and PPP. For example, when it comes to privatization of the loss-making state-owned enterprise, the Pakistan International Airlines, PML supports the privatization, PPP opposes it. So how will they build consensus around these issues? And the fourth issue, of course, remains counterterrorism and maintaining cordial relations with immediate neighbors. There's a lot of unrest along the line of control. If that can be kept under check, it will be good for both parties, because here is a world the world order is in a state of flux. Pakistan believes that China and Russia are its allies. That, of course, is in complete not aligned with what India believes. Now, United States happens to be a common partner for both countries. US will have to depend more on the United States for any sort of financial aid and for the sort of support that it needs at a time like this. So those dynamics also will have to be worked out. That will be the fourth big challenge for the newly formed government. The moot point here is anything likely to change with the formation of this new government? For India, like I mentioned, the most important point is whether counter-terrorism measures are taken, whether there is peace on the LOC. But what is also significant is what is the role played by the United States and the US-Pakistan relations, because US has a blow hot, blow cold policy of dealing with Islamabad. It puts pressure on issues like terror financing, but it also gives a lot of leeway to Pakistan, considering that it has to maintain the power balance in the Southeast Asia region. The other important reason for this, of course, happens to be because Pakistan possesses nuclear arsenal. So it's important to keep Islamabad under check and continue to have dialogue with a country that has nuclear arsenal. So these are important aspects, but net, what remains to be seen is what is the level of interference that General Asim Munir exercises in this government. The world in general is not too bothered about military interference in the functioning of the government, as long as the relations are maintained in the interest of the respective countries. But for India, this will be a significant aspect to look into. Thanks for watching this video on Free Press Journal's YouTube channel.